Hello, and we're live. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sia, your DM, coming in with the new episode of Cataclysm. This is episode 15, and I should have gotten that right, but no promises. We'll check it out when everything's done.
We'll work it out in post.
We'll definitely work it out in post. But everybody, welcome. Tonight we have, as always, Nightmare in our left-hand corner and Wicked Aria in our right. You guys say hi.
Hello.
Oh,
Nightmare is playing Namriel and Wicked is playing Yabrana, who has a token now. Yay. And
I've had a token.
Yeah, I know. You
Yes,
just got it
last
last
session.
episode.
I couldn't find one I liked.
So, last time on D&D, you guys managed to not only wipe up the cultist, help rescue Vivi, and bring him home. In that time, you guys found out that not only did you revivify one of the Falkreath Knights, you also found out what was poisoning them, which happened to be a dart, which allowed you guys to actually look around and find the last cultist that was hanging around. You guys found them and murderlated them. Good job. You also managed to take the note that was found on your bound prisoner and come to find out that it was a note saying that they were going to steal the book, kill the kid, and they were to report back to someone at the competition.
He lives here.
You guys managed to get to Vivi's house. The soldiers have set up tents. Vivi says that he doesn't think that the rest of the cultists deserve mercy. And has given you the piece of paper that shows the Malaysian inn is holding a cooking competition that has as rewards a first place spot for a chef, a lot of money, and a antique statue. That is the state of the game as we speak. The board is yours.
We also have to check that other guard for a dart. You know, the one that was dead that you revived.
Oh yeah, make sure that he doesn't have any barbs or anything on him. Oh yeah. So let's check him out.
Where is the fire at? 'Cause I'm gonna rest and I'm going to go ahead and...
You can't see that fire, like right there on the map.
I didn't.
Okay.
Not at the time.
We have a viewer. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
All right.
And then...
is this the
Go
guy
ahead.
that was guy?
Okay, so the guy at the south position, that's the guy that you revivified. The guy at the knight at the very top is the one that you did not.
I'm gonna give him a real good check over and make sure he doesn't have any of those blow darts in him.
You want to?
He's gonna have to get really cool with some stuff really quick.
The knight looks up at you and goes, "Yeah, sure." Do a medical check.
I thought I did, but it's not popping up. Oh, this is weird. Let me try and reload. You go ahead, Nightmare, while I'm working on this, okay?
While she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start a long rest so I can get my spell slots back, and I'm also going to create a weapon bond between Dragon's Wrath and one of my daggers. Because I can hold 2 weapon bonds.
Absolutely not a problem.
Fantastic.
Look, is that your first skill check of the day? You do have advantage. Do you want to go with the 10 or the 15 since they both hit at the same time, basically?
I'll I'll go with the 10 because it's only fair that was the first one.
Okay, so you check over the night. Who said you gotta get something? I mean, you do a thorough inspection. You don't see a dart.
Okay. Can I ask him how exactly he went down?
He kind of scratches his head, kind of in that bashful way. As he goes, I don't really know. I mean, one second I was fine, the next second I was like completely out.
Okay, say that again. I'm so sorry. My friend asked me to be a reference on her thing and they just sent me I was typing in. I apologize.
He's unsure. One minute he was standing and fine, the next minute he was sick and down.
All right.
Sick and die. Do you have Dispel Magic?
I don't know.
Here, I'll do it just in case. I do that before I go and start. I do that before I take my rest and bond with my weapons. And I assume I have to roll a d20.
That is considered healing on my end, so no.
Okay,
You're
I
not
do.
gonna make me roll a d20 for that?
You haven't had to roll a d20 against a healing spell since you put your bracelet on.
What the fuck?
You haven't noticed?
No, I haven't. Oh my god. That's. I'm fucking dumb. Thank you for making it very obvious.
You're very welcome.
So I cast Dispel Magic on the guard that I overheard saying he felt sick and then he went down.
As you cast the spell magic, you guys hear a plop as the dart dislodges itself from evidently his ankle and falls to the ground. His color is a whole lot better.
Huh.
Okay, still magic, but there's no barb.
Yeah, the dart
I'm
just
gonna. Go ahead.
the dart just fell out of his pant leg where it attached to his ankle.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead, take my gloved hand, pick the dart up, and use Firebolt to incinerate it. It's a cantrip. Creature or object.
What?
I'm incinerating the dart.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna have to get up and shut my bedroom door. Move, Jacob.
The dart goes up in flames.
Now, if y'all don't mind me, I need a bit of a rest.
All right.
Barrett pipes up and says, I have tents. We have tents set out for everyone, so just choose whichever one you'd like to stay in. The knights have first and second guard.
I'll take this one over here because it's close to the path. I'm gonna complete my weapon bond and then I'm gonna go to the tent to rest. That's like a note to you, Liller.
Okay, how long are you planning on resting?
4-6 hours, just enough to recover my spell slots. However long it takes for me to recover them all, and then go from there.
Absolutely not a problem. As you go lay down, the knights, both now looking much better, begin their patrol. The other one goes in the very first tent over here, which leaves Numero, if you'd move your token to your tent.
No.
Which leaves Alyssa, Barrett, and Yabrana by the fire, plus your captive that is still hog bound to a tree.
And still very much unconscious.
Yes. Vivi comes out of his tent, and he's holding a very large tray. I mean, almost comically large. As he comes and he sits it in front of the fire beside Barrett. And he says, here, eat. On the tray is a smorgasbord of food. There are sandwiches, there are hoagies, there are little cups of some kind of really tasty soup. It just smells like some kind of a really beefy, brothy kind of soup. There are 4 large glasses of what looks like cool water, because there's condensation outside of the glasses, and it's all cobalt sized. So that means they're like little mini petit fours. But there are a lot of them. Here, eat.
Oh, fabulous. I'll eat them.
Alyssa and Barrett and Vivi, everybody starts chowing down. As Vivi, he just is basically talking nonsense. He's talking about what kind of ingredients are in the food, what kind of bread he used, how he caught the wild geese to rise the bread. And he is talking literally nonstop at no one. Alyssa is shoveling food in her mouth at just as fast as Vivi is talking. It's a very good thing that there's a plumb pile of food on this platter. Barrett is taking his time, really kind of inspecting the food before he eats it. And after he eats one piece, he goes and grabs 5 or 6 more of whatever he ate as he sips the soup.
Oh, stupid phone. Sorry. I'm having phone trouble. I should just get a headset and use the laptop and a headset. You know what I mean? But I'm a terrible person.
You're fine, but if you really wanting one, the one that I got for like 200, this sucker has lasted for freaking ever.
No. It's just because my phone, the battery is trash because I've been watching stuff on my phone all day instead of doing things I'm supposed to be doing, and it keeps going in and out. But I think I got it. I got it plugged in. We should be good. I apologize for my distractedness.
Not a problem. Do you need a recap of anything?
Just the last thing.
Everybody's munching on the food that Vivi brought. Vivi is talking a lot of nonsense. He's just like stream of consciousness about what he's cooked, what all's in it. Alyssa is shoveling food.
Ingredients time. Okay.
Yeah, ingredients time. How I caught the wild geese to rise the bread. You know, he's just very excited about the food. He's also eating. Barrett is taking his time inspecting each item before he eats one, and then he's like chowing down as well.
Awesome. This is very good.
Thank you. It's all from the cookbook. It's a very good cookbook.
Do you know what you're planning to serve during the competition?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. As he whips his cookbook out of his back pocket, and he flips a couple of pages, and the pages that he flips to all have a gold star at the very top of the page. It looks like the first 3 pages that he flips to, there are 3 mainly water-based dishes. One is cool turtle soup. Cool as in the temperature, not cool as in we're awesome.
Of course.
The second one is river bass fillet. And the third one is crab ragoons.
Nice.
He said, I picked these because a lot of this is local, but we have to go get them, but they're very hard to get.
Okay, so how does this competition work?
Ooh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I couldn't enter it last year because I didn't meet the age. I forget if it was the age or height requirement, but I have boots this year just in case it was height. But I couldn't enter last year, but I got to watch it. And there's a big tavern and it's got like this really big kitchen, but you can't go into the kitchen to cook. That's where you serve the food. So out back behind the kitchen they've got cook tents. And in the cook tents they have everything you need. Like they got the fire starter spells, and they got the big pots, and they got the little pots, and they got the grills. And the grills are really tasty, but I'm kind of afraid of them because they're fire. And then like they provide some of the things for you, like the basic ingredients and some of the spices, but the spices come in bags and they're not labeled, so you have to taste them before you put the spices in anything. It's kind of like a contest and a test too.
Okay.
And you can't
like a palate test.
And you can't prepare anything beforehand. You have to come with the raw ingredients, and you get bonus points if they're alive.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Oddly specific too.
Yeah,
Weird.
Some people come with really big cages. There was a guy who had a fire drake, and he did fire drake medallions in some kind of mushroom sauce. It was really it smelled really tasty because I couldn't get to taste any of them. That was a real shame because I've never had fire drake before. But you should have seen the battle that happened when they had to go and kill the fire drake. It was awesome.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
Breathe. Take it down a notch. Just relax. You've got time. You're awfully excited, which is great. But now let's discuss where we're getting our ingredients from.
So if we go with the gold star ingredients, I know exactly where we get them, but it's going to be really, really hard to get them because they like to try to eat each other, and it's really normally when I get them and I kill them and I bring them over, but we have to get them and we have to get them alive. So this time we have to capture them, and then we have to take them alive, and that's going to be really hard because they like to eat each other.
What are they?
Oh, well, we can either do the water tortoise or water turtle or the land tortoise, because either one, but the water tortoise is the water, it's not the tortoise that's in the water. The tortoise is on the land. The turtle is in the water. It's the water turtle. So the water turtle is really good, but it likes to eat the...
Okay, so water turtle, but they like to eat each other. Is that what you're saying?
The water turtle.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Fabulous. You're doing great. Okay.
Okay, in the same area, there are freshwater crabs, but they're big. They're like really, they're not the little small crabs, they're the really big crabs, and they have the pinchers.
This is an aside. I'm internally screaming right now. Just fucking screaming. Spit it out, kids. Do you need a downer? Anybody got a Valium?
Nightmare, you're tuning right now as you're resting and you're hearing this from your tent. Just so you know, you can hear everything.
Oh, God.
But anyway, like I was saying, because the water crabs are really big and they like to pinch and they like to eat the turtles. So you got to be careful.
Okay, do you have cages for these animals?
I do have a bespelled water bucket, but I only have one. We can make another one, I think, or we can just make a bucket. And since the town's not far, we might be able to make it, but I have one bespelled water bucket. But the water turtle, not tortoise, the tortoise is the one on land. Turtle is the one in the water, but the one that's in the water can be actually on land, so we don't actually need to have that one in the water. So we should only have to use the one bespelled water bucket, but I have that.
Awesome. So here's what we'll do. How big is a water turtle?
The water turtle will fit in the bucket. But it will fit in a bucket, but not the bucket because we need the bucket for the trout. But the trout and the turtle are going to be the same size, but the crab is like really big, so we may have to. Normally, when they get them in the cities, they carry them. They have them. They take their pincers and they do the pincers. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, buddy. This is me. Okay, buddy. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here all by myself, just for a little bit, and I'm gonna get some branches, and I'm gonna make a little cage, okay, for the turtle.
Y'all keep going. I'll be right back.
I just need some me time right now.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, fabulous. I'll be right back. And I'm walking off. I go, oh God. Oh God. Oh me. Oh Jesus Christ. That's all right. All right. I'm just gonna start snatching branches and using my dagger to try and make up a big enough holding for what I think will hold the turtle, because we don't have the turtle in the bucket with the fish because turtles eat fish.
That is correct.
Exactly. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna work. How long will it approximately take me to make this cage thing?
Well, let's say it'll take you maybe 2 hours, long enough to find wood that's suitable. You've already got rope, so you won't have to hunt for a binding agent. And so you're basically estimating the size that the turtle is going to be from all the information you got from VV.
Okay. Just ignore that.
No, you're a druid and you've been on your own. I would assume that your bushcraft would be able to handle making a very simple trap or a carrier.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. I'm just gonna quietly zone out for a little bit and make this for the 2 hours that it's gonna take.
You can hear Vivi and Alyssa and Barrett. You can't hear Alyssa because she can't speak, but you can hear Barrett and Vivi going back and forth as the tray is cleared and Vivi yells to everybody within the area, "Good night!" As they go into their hut. Of course, Barrett says good night too, and so does the one knight that is making patrol. Alyssa, before you get back to campfire, has already gone into the tent that's right beside Namriel.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit by the fire, going, "Oh God, he went to bed."
Barrett,
thank you.
Barrett reaches over and claps you on your shoulder and goes, "You all right?"
"I'll be fine. I have not been around this many people in a long time. And that was a lot."
It does take some adjusting too. Fair disclosure, I did give our little guest over there a very slight healing potion just to make sure nothing untoward happened to him before we could figure out what the fuck to do with them.
Are they awake?
They should be coming around any time now.
How about we go have a little chat?
I thought you'd never ask. Barrett follows right behind you. As you come to the tree, they're rebound, still very tightly, but in a more comfortable position. And they do seem like they're coming around. The headset has either been fallen off or taken off.
Say we took it off. Ooh. Sorry, Lisa just texted.
I know.
Blueberry habanero.
Yeah, I replied. Nummy. As you can tell that she's an older woman, and she's got a wicked ass scar across her cheek. Her clothes, it looks like, she's, the clothes that were under her cloak, it looks like she is wearing some kind of adventurer's garb. It's made with mainly leather, with a finer tunic underneath. She does have a neck brace meant to deter cutthroats around her neck. It is not locked on. It is merely tied.
Okay. Lean forward a little bit and go, wakey, wakey.
What the fuck hit me?
That would be my big fat ass.
The prisoner looks up at you and goes, no fucking wonder. What are you made out of? Stone?
Want to find out?
She tries to lift her arms. I think I'll pass. What do you want?
I want to know what you were up to. We found your little blow dart buddy too, by the way.
I'm sorry for the wait. I'm back.
Welcome back. Fuck. It was never good, even with the chameleon spell. So, I take it all of my compatriots are dead?
Fortunately, unfortunately, same thing. But yes.
Good fucking riddance.
Real nice that y'all needed, what was it, 7, 8? 8 people to go after a child?
If you try to cast magic on that little fucker, good luck. We needed a binding spell at minimum. This is our 3rd tribe getting that fucking book.
Why is the book so important?
Well, if you've done your job even half-assed, you'd know I had a note on me. So can we cut to the fucking chase, please? I'm really fucking tired.
Well, fuck. I figured I'd play around a little bit, but, feign ignorance, get you to feel like maybe we would let you go and might give us a little bit of information. But you've ruined all my fun.
That's all right. I'm about to ruin it worse. If I don't report, you'll have the whole fucking cult on your back. So, let's get to bargaining, shall we?
Oh, please. Wiping out all of you wasn't even that hard. Your little guy hiding with a blow dart got wiped out with a whimsy-ass fireball.
Oh, who's this delightful piece of scaly?
The one that wiped out 4 of your friends.
Great. Crushed and burnt to a fucking crisp. This day couldn't have gone any fucking better.
Oh, yeah, they're gone. They're just in the wind.
There's nothing left.
So, I'll give you the one bit of information I've got to trade for my life. As if I don't show, you're fucking dead.
Are we though?
Because the rest of y'all were already flimsy as hell.
I'm gonna go around this side. So, without actually making any agreements for the moment, what could possibly be so good that it would compel me to cut these ropes as I pull out my dagger and just kind of errantly wave it around in contemplation? And then tap my side of my cheek with the flat end.
Quick question. Are you trying to persuade or intimidate here? Because I will make you roll for this.
I'm not actually trying to do either. I'm contemplating out loud, basically.
Okay,
very nonchalantly.
So,
and if that is an intimidation, then that's fine, but it wasn't my original goal.
Then we will not do that if that was not your intent.
It was not.
The woman in front of you cranes her head as much as she can and sees a knife and goes, listen. That thing as she gestures vaguely out there. You're assuming there she's talking about the kobold. That thing is worth a lot of fucking money. Now, not
The
only...
book or the child?
Well, we were only contracted or asked for the book. I mean, the fucking robes were a god awful touch, but the contract states we get the book, we kill the kid. That was it. But this is the third attempt on that little motherfucker. The first two, I had dedicated mages. They couldn't fucking touch him. Everything would bounce off the little shit. Whatever he's got that's protecting him is worth a goddamn fortune.
Interesting.
That
Is that
theory?
Is that your information, or you have more?
Considering that everything we tried casted at him absolutely failed. The mages couldn't so much as send him to sleep. The only way we were able to hold him was to spring our trap with the damn binding spell. And that didn't fucking work. Thanks to, evidently, you and your friends.
What was the guard's name again that I saved that's doing patrol? Or is that the other guy?
Alright, John is in the tent. Frank is the one doing rounds.
Frank, you keep your eye on that kid.
Frank nods.
You're to be next to him at all times.
Frank nods and goes to position himself right in front of Vivi's door. No questions asked.
No, you check the house first.
Frank nods. Looks at Barrett. Barrett gives a secondary nod with more confirmation. As the guard goes in, peeks in, there's no sound from Vivi, so you can assume that he is still asleep. Goes actually inside, walks around, comes out, gives an okay signal, and stands on the steps. Barrett goes...
All right, I'm going to lean forward. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Barrett goes, with Frank down, I'll take the last of his watch.
Sounds
as soon
good.
as
I'm
we're
gonna
done here.
Control some too. I'm going to lean forward. I'll go, what's your name?
She contemplates for a minute and finally says, Czar.
All right, Czar. I'm not a malicious person. I'd be willing to release you. But me releasing you and you checking in, the issue I have is I don't have any guarantee that we're not then going to be flooded with more cultists, I say with quotation marks, because obviously they're hired mercenaries.
Well, there's only one way to get around that. I show up at the drop-off point. I can't help that I couldn't capture it. My entire team's fucking wiped out. The only thing that they can do is try to kill me. In which case, my fucking security insurance plan should kick in.
It's always good to have a little bit of insurance. What do you think, Barrett?
Barrett puts his face in his hands, scrubs his face real quick, and gives a gentle tug on his beard. As he goes, I wouldn't risk it. But then again, if what they're saying is truthful, then we might have bigger problems before we can even get to the competition.
All right. I'm like, all right. Favors for favors. I'm letting you go. But if I see you again, you're going to owe me. 'Cause I could kill you right now. We can fight mercenaries. We can fight mages. I just don't want the hassle. I'm old. I like to enjoy it at some point. I'll let you go. How's that sound?
And if he refuses the favor you give him, I'll take his body. I say as my eyes turn into just slits and project a golden like glint straight at him. Straight at her.
Is that an you are trying to intimidate, correct?
Hopefully, I can make this roll good. That's my first of the day. That's an. Or is mine just investigations?
I'm checking.
I think mine was just investigations. Fuck.
That's just for a skill check. It's skill checks with you. It's first rolls for Ubrana. So absolutely,
Okay, so
you get
hers are just
advantage.
any first roll. Hers are just any first roll.
Well, yeah, I pretty much figured she figured that out by now. But just in case she hadn't, yours is your first skill check. Hers is her first roll of the day.
Well, the first time I got the bonus was with an investigation. So you were like, was that your first investigation roll of the day? And I was like, okay, so mine might just be investigation rolls. But all right.
She sees you as your eye colors change, and she is visibly scared. She goes, "Look, I don't want none of this hoo-ha magical fucking nonsense. All I wanted to do was get paid."
All right, do whatever you want with her, Arya.
I'm gonna cut the ropes.
Czar stands up gingerly as she looks
You want
down.
some food before you go?
Ha!
Sorry.
Yeah, nah, I'll be fine. I'll report. You want to sweeten the pot, I'll leave your name out of it.
That'd be great, seeing as we never gave you our names. I'm gonna wink at her.
Not once in all this time have you guys spoken each other's names, so they don't have a leg to stand on. She bows her head and just gets up, tries to shake her limbs out, and goes, "Oh, fuck me. All right."
Safe journey.
Yeah.
And I turn my back on her because she is not a threat.
She has no weapons. Of course she's not.
Barrett looks down at Czar, or it's because Barrett's a little bit taller than they are. Looks down at her and goes, "This isn't my call. Don't make it my call." As he watches as she gets up, spits on the ground, and leaves the camp area.
I'm gonna walk over here to where Vivi is and cast Detect Magic. I'm trying to get a ping off of Vivi. That's what I'm trying to see.
Okay, roll me a d20, please.
That's an 8.
Your spell bounces back. You don't feel nothing. It bounces back like it was reflected.
Questione.
Yes.
Is Alyssa far enough away from us that she would not have heard any of that conversation?
She was
or her bracelet?
She was laying down in the tent. You do not know the range of anything.
Okay, well, I mean, we were just talking, so it's not like we were shouting at each other. So I'd hope a soft conversation would not translate, but we'll have to see. Because, Ellie's all about making money. Hey Barrett, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna come over here. You say something, and I'm gonna see if I hear you.
Barrett goes, and the same conversational voice. I mean, hi. So you can hear him, but he's muffled. It's not very clear. And that's
Okay.
with you standing outside of a tent.
All right. So guys, none of us are to mention near Alyssa what we heard. You get me?
I'm fine with that, but
Hey,
and I'm saying this
Scoopers.
through message now. So, Yabrana, I think that Vivi might be a god who lost their memories.
How would we even check something like that?
I don't know. I tried to get a magical ping off of him, but it bounced back off of him. Like,
We could. Ooh, we could take him to go see the cat.
what the fuck?
Nicodemus comes out of the woods and comes up to Yabrana asking for uppies.
I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna snuggle his little face.
All
Did
right.
Nicodemus have a token?
I made one for him.
Oh my god.
Isn't it
Hold
adorable?
on. Wait, enlarge it. Enlarge it so I can actually look at it.
Yeah, he wants to see the detail.
Damn!
Doesn't it look fabulous? With his little
That's
robe and hood?
that's wild. I actually like that a lot.
Everybody say
It
hi to
looks so good.
Scoopers. Scoopers is in our chat.
Hello.
Hi.
But
Yeah,
no, that token looks fucking amazing.
that is a really nice
I figured
token.
he deserved one.
That's an amazing token.
Hey, buddy, where have you been?
You get a rat equivalent of a shrug, and then a couple of scratches on your shoulder, and then another shrug.
Okay.
But no, we could, and I'm saying this in like a very quiet voice, we could take him back to the cat.
Maybe, but maybe, seeing as, well, this is still a message, by the way. Seeing
Yeah.
as we don't know what the fuck Nicodemus is, other than a very
Intelligent rat.
rat, maybe in the morning we have him look Vivi over.
Message is to like any sentient being. I think it is any creature. And Nicodemus can clearly understand us.
That is correct.
I want to uh activate a message between me and Nicodemus. I know I won't be able to get a response, but I want to ask him if he'll do it.
The spell
I want to
succeeds.
see if it'll even work. Damn.
What do you say to him?
Nick. Okay. Nicodemus, I have a suspicion that the Cobalt is either a deity or something else because all my magic is just bouncing off of him. Could you in the morning look over him and I don't know, just like gesture to Yabrana
My
about what he
dear
could be?
boy, that is no god.
I didn't hear
Wait,
that. Well,
speak up! Speak up!
My dear boy, that is no god.
Oh my god, he can actually talk to me, and I say that through the message. Oh my god, he's actually replying to me. Then what could he be? Because all of my magic is just like bouncing off of him.
That is a secret for him to share. Why not just ask?
Fucking hell. Alright. Thank you for letting us know.
Before you break the spell, please let Yebe know that I adore her. As he says that, he snuggles up into your neck, Ubrana.
I give him a little snuggle back. He's my little buddy.
I break concentration on the message spell, and I say, okay, that was weird as fuck. Nicodemus said he adores you, and then I whisper and say, and Vivi is not a god. It's just something, either he has something on him, or it's just something that was a part of him, but he just reflects magic. I'm gonna
Okay.
have to ask him about it tomorrow. Also, that thing can reply, or excuse me, not thing. Nicodemus can reply to me through my message spell. Like I say, as I'm just like shaking a little bit, just like shocked.
That's awesome.
I didn't know that could happen. Thank you for letting me know, Nicodemus. Now, if y'all excuse me, I'm out of here.
Barrett's been standing there watching you two message back and forth. He knows that you're having a conversation, but he can't really follow because it's message. Nobody else can overhear. He does, however, put his hand out, putting hand out as he goes to scratch Nicodemus' ear, which are rather large. And Nicodemus turns into the head scratch as he just kind of lounges on your shoulder.
Aw. He's a cutie.
Barrett goes, I'm going to finish the rest of the night's watch, my lady, if you'd like to get some sleep. But also, I'm going to be pretty much down here toward the entrance just in case Zara decides to circle back. I don't think they will, but just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. But we can't leave the little kobold on his own anymore. If you're not prepared to take that responsibility, I will.
He can't be left alone. We'll all watch him.
Your word on it as he sticks out his hand?
My word. And I shake.
So mote it be. And Barrett turns around and starts to make his rounds.
All right. I don't know about you, but I am pooped, buddy. Let's go lay down.
You and Nicodemus go into the tent and you sleep. I'm going to actually give you permissions on his token too. Give me just a second.
Okay, good.
That's not how you spell Nicodemus. I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds while I make sure I get his name correct. We can't have our magical rat not have a correct name. And yes, Ubrana got a DM inspiration for that name. All right, now he's completely controllable by you, Ubrana.
Yay! Yep.
No, right. And I'll go ahead and let you know, because Scoopers has in chat, he wants to know if Nicodemus is a were-rat. No, Nicodemus is not a were-rat. He is an entity that is in canon D&D, but they haven't figured out what he is yet. It's an amazing puzzle. All right, you guys get a decent night's sleep. John and Frank reset their positions as Frank goes down and John gets some sleep. Barrett, however, stays up pretty much the entire night. It is now morning. You can hear Vivi rustling around in his little cabin as you can hear pots and pans begin to bang.
Nice. All right. We're going to wake up and start moving around camp. Everything good throughout the night, sir?
Barrett looks up. He looks tired as he goes, yeah, Yeah, they never did circle back. I did go a little far out just to make sure that their tracks did lead away. They did, and it looks like they're heading toward the
Nicodemus
city.
isn't a fae,
The
is he?
city. I'm not just going to tell you what he is. That's not how that's going to work.
We got to figure it out and be certain. That fish was definitely fucking Faye, though.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, from what I can tell, they're definitely going toward the city of Nabrat. So if I had my druthers, I think that's where that competition is going to be held.
Is that where? Okay, yeah.
But it's in the opposite direction of the city we were heading to get the orb. We've got time. We do have time, and I don't like the connection, because the city we're supposed to be going to, we're also supposed to be, I think, infiltrating a cult. So there may be a connection there that's worth investigating.
Good thing we've already got their uniforms.
That was actually a stroke of luck. How many do we have?
1, 2,
Three?
3, 4. I think we
Well,
took 4.
I incinerated.
Yeah, but the guy I stunned, and then I took his stuff, and then I took hers, and then you took stuff from
Yep.
two.
That is correct. Make sure that's in your inventories that you guys
And
have.
I incinerated the other 4.
Yeah, and the blow dart guy.
That's who I was counting in as the 4.
Oh.
Yep, right. He was the 4th one. I incinerated the 3 by the waterfall. Now, I didn't mean to, but
so
he
I'll
got...
have 2 copper.
That is correct.
Sorry. All right.
Alyssa comes out of her tent. She's now sitting by the fire.
All right.
Nicodemus crawls up into her lap and gets scritches. As you guys can hear Vivi talking a mile a minute, as you can smell the cooking smell of sausages, maybe. He comes out. He almost trips over John as he goes rushing down to his little garden area and starts frantically looking for something.
Looking for, buddy?
Pepper. Pepper, pepper, pepper,
Vivi.
pepper, pepper. I'm looking for pepper. Pepper. I can never...
Where do you
there
keep
it is.
it?
There it is. It's a... Oh, no, I gotta go get it.
Okay.
He jumps up the stairs over John as he climbs on the roof of his little thing, and then walks down the drying line, reaches down, grabs a thing of pepper, and jumps down off the line and goes scurrying back into his house, saying, excuse me, gotta put the pepper in, and goes inside.
Jesus.
Hey guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna join the Discord call on my phone. Just so I can go to the kitchen and stuff without having to worry about not being able to keep playing.
You're good.
Vivi continues just to ramble and ramble. John gets up.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. John gets
Fantastic.
John gets up, dusts his pants off, and goes back to the side of the entrance, out of the way in case Vivi rushes back out. Barrett is going and said, hey, I need a small rest, as he goes into the one tent that was unoccupied as he goes to lay down. Namriel, you're at the fire with Alyssa. As Alyssa is... It looks like she's signing to Nicodemus, and Nicodemus is nodding.
All right. Well, I'm just going to stand here and keep an eye on it. on BB.
The longer you stand there, the more the delicious smells are coming out. You could smell some type of bread. You could smell cooked sausages. There's even a tang of something vinegary in the air as you hear a couple of very, very rapid chew, 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 chew.
Oh, he doesn't have to be cooking food for all of us. I feel bad for putting him out.
Do you say that out loud? Wicked, does your Brana say that out loud?
Yes, you didn't hear me?
No.
Sorry. I said yes. I'm sorry.
No problem. No worries. No worries. I like to cook. Cooking is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I love to cook. I love to cook. Oh, it's going to burn. As he runs back inside. And I done messed up his token.
Like, somebody should check his garden for methamphetamines.
John nods and goes, he's a little rambunctious.
Shit.
Vivi comes out a moment later with, again, a tray, and all of the food is cobalt sized, but it looks like he's got a humongous tray of sausage rolls as he nimbly jumps. He doesn't even take the stairs as he goes rushing to the fire, says, come. Everybody have breakfast. It's sausage rolls. They're so good. They're so good. John, you want to come? You want to come and eat? John just shakes his head and follows at a stately pace as he goes, and he sits right beside but slightly behind Vivi. Here, everybody, eat sausage rolls.
All right. So what's on the itinerary for today? I say while I take one of the rolls and start to eat it.
I hate that I'm already fixing up to burn a spell slot.
Vivi cracks his head to the side and goes, Itini, what kind of food is that?
Itinerary, it means what's the plan, Stan?
Oh.
It means what are we planning to do?
Let's see. Well, we have to get the animals and keep them alive, but that may be not the best thing to do for today.
I would save the animals for last.
Well, we got to decide who's going to be my sous chefs. I can only bring 2.
Well, I guess we're going to have to figure out who's better at cooking.
I am not. So go ahead and count me out.
Who can slice, who can dice, who can do things that you need in the background without upstaging you.
Lady short like me, so that'll be good. So yes, Damiel, you're too tall, but a lot of spices are up high, and you don't really have to do nothing but hand me stuff. So maybe you for grabbing things, and you for help me cook.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine just throwing stuff to y'all. I don't really mind. And for the record, I can hear what he's saying in Kobold.
Yeah, I pretty much figured. And they're talking about.
Did I not have to roll D20?
For this, and for you to understand, I know that your player has comprehend languages, so I just took the assumption that you were to go ahead and have it active while Vivi was talking. So I'm not going to make you. If something that your character has established, like message or comprehend languages, as long as you tell me that you've rolled at least once for it, I'm not going to make you do that over and over again. That's kind of
I've rolled once for. Yeah, we did this the first time I encountered him. It was broken, but the second time I casted it, I could actually understand him a bit better.
Yeah, so I think the only one that's not going to be able to follow that is at the campfire is going to be John and Alyssa. I saw that you moved Nicodemus to Vivi.
I did.
The second Nicodemus gets into Vivi's lap, Vivi's just kind of chills a little bit as he goes, well, so most of the time, like with the sous chefs, they really don't do much but be there for assistance if they need to. Things like grabbing stuff and prepping the animals and killing the animals, because I don't think I'll be able to. So one of y'all will have to do that. But
we can handle that.
But the book tells you exactly the best way to do it. And I have some really, 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 really good knives. See, as they reach into their pocket, they pull out a blade. Both of you, what's your passive perception?
Mine's 15, I believe. 13? Hold on.
I think yours was 14 or 16. I think mine was 14.
Oh, yeah, my passive perception's a 16. I've been around for a while.
Mine's a 14.
As they pull the blade, you notice one thing immediately, and so does John, and so does Alyssa. That is an adamantium blade. Adamantium. I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong because my tongue is stupid. It's an adamantium blade.
Okay, I'm gonna, before anybody says anything, I'm gonna hold up my hand. Like, John, give me one of your bracers.
John, without hesitation, reaches out, grabs the bracer off of his right wrist, and hands it to you.
All right, I'm going to, I'm sure I've got some form of material in my backpack. Let's see what I've got.
You do? Were you toward that old shirt that you had in your adventurer pack? You still have remains
We
of
have
that shirt.
rope too. We have rope that we can use to bind it down.
Yeah, well, bracer will bind itself down. I'm gonna take another strip of that cloth and I'm gonna wrap it around Alyssa's wrist where the bangle is, and I'm gonna slap the bracer on and secure it.
It's to buy us extra time.
Well, we're about to have a discussion that I don't want Alyssa communicating through her through her bracelet.
Alyssa holds out her right arm.
All right, I'm gonna do it up real quick.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You've done this 3 times now. Again, that's just a convenience thing. As you roll the cloth around the band and you put the bracer on top.
We've got to find a better, more permanent solution.
Both of you roll me history checks.
I cannot. I'm not in my room at the moment. Give me like 3 minutes, and I'll be back to where I can actually roll.
We'll use wickeds.
I remember everything, even though I don't, because I don't take notes.
What was it? A natural 20?
It's a 17.
Damn.
Okay.
Pretty damn good roll.
So you guys know that adamantium is a super rare, super expensive material. The closer you look at that blade, the more you know that that is old, like legend old. I can't have you guys roll because Nightmare's not in his thing. There's no.
I'm back. I'm back in my room.
Okay. Both of you do me an Arcana check.
I was fixing to ask if I could roll an Arcana.
Holy shit.
Wicked, you
the
know.
The dice are with us tonight.
Wicked, you know that it's a powerful artifact. Namriel, your window to the arcane is blown wide open. This is legendary class. That artifact that you see before you is an artifact. You don't know which one, but you know damn good and well it's an artifact, and it's giving you a clue as to how no spells can affect Vivi. It is a god tier protection.
Hey, Vivi, can I hold that for 2 seconds? I swear I'm not going to do anything. I just want to check something.
Yeah, you can try, but he looks down at your hands. Are you wearing gloves?
Yeah.
Okay, gloves are good. As he passes you the dagger.
Well, as he's passing it, I'm going to use my chain shape to just wrap both of my arms and kind of like a merged glove and sleeve.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll me a d20.
Chain shape is the dragon.
No. For the
speed.
identify.
Oh, that yeah. Bonk.
So you try to identify the item in your hands, and you get a psychic bitch slap.
Nice.
The thing that you are touching doesn't want anything to fucking do with you.
I'm gonna go.
Fuck?
And I'm gonna take him by his shoulders. I'm gonna go, Vivi. This
Yeah?
is very important.
Yeah.
Very important. First,
Vivi, come over
Yeah.
here with us real quick. Just step over here with us for a second.
she's good. She's good.
I was going to bring her over here so neither of them can fully hear what this damn thing is.
Oh, John is 100% loyal. 100% loyal to us at this moment. Frank is the one that's still looking to Barrett for command. John,
This one?
yes, that's Frank. John, this guy right here, he is loyal to me. This man will
Okay.
follow me to the ends of the earth. I guarantee it.
All right.
Wicked.
Yes.
DM inspiration for the fact that you pulled that together with so little hints.
Yes.
How many DM inspirations do you have?
She has 2 available.
I'm
What
just that
the hell?
good.
You still have
Look,
1.
Pop the Giant Weasel was fucking genius, okay? It was a fucking genius move. It was the best. And I deserve that.
Namriel,
It's all for me.
Namriel, for your own personal satisfaction, Vivi is currently speaking and talking in Kobold. You are understanding in Kobold.
I can't speak Kobold.
That's all right.
Oh.
I'll ask questions. That's why I'm looking Vivi, and Nicodemus is on Vivi's shoulder, so I'm lightly holding Vivi by the arm.
Then I'm going to establish a message with you.
Okay.
Where the hell did you get this?
No,
I say that
not
in like
be aggressive with him.
I'm not being aggressive. I'm saying like where did you get it?
It's very important that we know where this knife came from.
Very.
So he's speaking a whole lot slower. Nicodemus is still curled up in his lap as Vivi goes, well, after the cave where my parents died in the fire, so as when I went to the entrance to the cave, it was stuck in the ground, and then it talked to me and it said to pick him up. So I picked him up, and he's been a very good friend.
Okay, so he talks to you.
Yeah.
That is great. He does not make you do things.
No.
And he doesn't ask you to hurt people,
No.
right?
No. He helps me with my cooking. He makes sure that the cuts are all nice and good, and that I don't accidentally cut myself. Because one time I cut myself, but he healed me, and he takes a breath as he goes, I cut myself once, and something weird happened, and it glowed for a couple of days, but then he healed me, and then now all he wants is really tasty snacks. So I have the cookbook, so I was able to make tasty snacks, but he can't like eat the tasty snack. It's like he just tastes the tasty snack when I cook the tasty snack and when I cut this stuff up.
I'm gonna say this just in my head. I'm gonna be like, great. So a knife has been licking all of our food before we've eaten it. Oh God.
The message is still active, so I assume I could just hear that shit.
Yes, I'm saying it to you directly. And I'm like, that's okay. And I'm gonna look Vivi in the
This
eye.
no. I say as I say in my head as I just look down at it.
And do you still have it in your hand?
He does.
Okay, I'm gonna take the knife from Namriel, if you wouldn't
I,
mind.
I was gonna hand it back to Vivi.
Hand it to me. I'm gonna do a thing.
Are you wearing gloves?
I am not.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm doing a thing. Okay. Nice.
So, in a very sharp, commanding voice in your head, you hear, "Would y'all stop passing me around and hand me back to the kid? I've got work to do."
I'm going to. I'm doing a thing. Can you calm down for 5 seconds?
Do you know
I'm
how?
gonna have the knife in one hand,
Okay.
and I'm gonna touch Vivi. I'm gonna be like, Vivi, hold out your hand. I'm gonna give him the knife, and I'm gonna wrap his hand around it. I was like, do not ever hand this to anyone else.
Okay, but then I said it was okay because you guys are good guys. So, like, I was worried, but then he said that it's okay. But now he's saying that it is
clearly belongs to you.
He's nice. He makes very good cuts too.
Yes. He could be less of a dick, though, I say under my breath.
Vivi tilts his
Why
head.
are all the inanimate but knowledgeable items dicks? Sorry, I'm having flashbacks from Reginald, the Book of Dickington. Okay?
Well, you got to understand that he allowed them, the knife allowed themselves to be passed around, and then instead of going right back, it got passed around again. So I can understand how they would be a little upset.
That's all right. I was just trying to make sure that Vivi understands the gravity of this knife and that it is his and his alone.
As you're both holding the knife, you can both hear. Do you understand how many times this kid has almost died on me?
Oh,
I'm
just go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was it. I was just saying I'm beginning to understand because of the conversation we'd had separately. Not that I would ever tell Vivi.
I'm talking to the knife in this one. I'm just trying to understand what you are.
Unfortunately, Namriel, you can't hear the knife. You did not touch it with your bare hands, so you can't hear what they're saying in this back and forth. You can hear Yabrana's side of it, so you can get a guess as to what the knife is saying.
Okay, then I'm going to use my message link to Yabrana and be like, ask what the knife really is.
If he'll answer, but what are you?
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yabrana, how do you word that?
Just like that. What are you really?
You can hear in your head a very long silence and then an answer. I am the soul of a star. I am the protector.
Oh, shit.
I come where I'm needed. Release me.
And I release him. And I put both of my hands on Vivi. And I go, don't ever hand that to anybody else ever again unless they say it's okay. Because that knife is for the better part. It's part of you at this point. It will go where you go. And it will keep you safe.
Yep. It once when I was out and I was trying to hunt, it once protected me from a wild boar. I didn't even know I had it in my hand, and the next thing you know, the boar is dead and I am alive.
Perfect.
Good.
Keep it that way.
Yep. So what
John, none of this conversation goes any further.
John nods. Will you do me a favor and do a perception check on John?
Of course.
All right. So
Rip.
you notice that even though he has been up and awake, probably now for about 12 to 14 hours, he has not put his identifier plate back on.
Oh. Alright. I'm gonna go over here to John and be like, you okay?
John looks down and nods and goes, yeah, the whole kobold speaking thing's a little weird. But, I mean, I think I must have woke up and it feels like the world's kind of skewed. But, I mean...
How so?
Well, I mean, it's not every day that you die. So, I think... And I'm thinking, like, I didn't used to think this hard. It used to be, go do my job, protect my lands, get paid, get drunk. But it's like...
Solid plan.
That's a very solid plan. It's worked for years. But I'm alive. I didn't expect to ever be, because no one just has the revival magic anymore, and half the time it don't work. So it's kind of like when you're dead, you know, you expect to stay dead. I didn't expect to have a second chance. Now I don't know what to do with it.
You know exactly what your second chance is for. Do you have a family to return to, John?
Nah. Just me.
Then you stay with us.
You know what? I like that plan.
I put my arm on my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, well, as well as I can, I guess more of his arm, because he is a tall fucker. And I go, sounds like a solid plan. We'll go out, we'll adventure, we'll protect a kid, then we'll go get drunk and make some money.
So,
maybe save the world.
How much is a dwarven dowry? And he says this like flat out, just like he wants to know how much your dowry price is.
I think I'm a little too long in the tooth for you, John. But I appreciate it.
I'll find out. There's got to be a book about it somewhere. You'll have to read it to me, but I'll find it.
Like, if you learn Dwarvish and find the book, I'll consider it.
Oh, you done fucked up. He stands taller. Then he gets down on one knee in front of you as he goes, challenge accepted.
I think I done fucked up.
Yeah, you done dug your own grave with that one.
You guys,
not every day you have a...
You guys look over. Alyssa is clapping her hands together, and she is just grinning ear to ear as she's making frantic hand movements. Yabrana, it is just enough that you see out of the corner of your eye. She is frantically signing in Thieves Can't. I'll help you, John. I'll help you. Dude, like, we just left the house that had like a shit ton of books, man. I am like, we're team Alyssa and John. This shit's happening.
For the record, how old is John, okay?
So John is a Not an old guy. He's not a young guy. I'd say put him right smack dab about 35 in human. He is human.
I think my character's 75 in Dwarvish.
Damn.
Yeah. But I think Dwarvish people live to be like 150, right?
Yeah, so you're about middle age, so that...
Okay, so I can make that work. I mean, all the, you know what they say, the way to a lady's heart is huge romantic gestures, right?
It's not the stomach.
No, not for me. I'll eat anything.
Big romantic. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. No, but he's like, he went all golden retriever on you. He's like, yeah, I know, I can definitely do that. And he's got this silly, ass grin on his face. Alyssa's over there still signing Team John, Team John, Team John. As Vivi's looking around, because he's catching like 1 word out of 10 with this common. It's not very good at it, but he does know some words. And he looks up at you, Namriel, and he goes, "What's a dowry?"
It'd be better to ask her. I'm gonna go find something to blow up.
A dowry is a bride price.
Namriel, perception check.
Why did I walk off? That's a 12.
There's something in the woods.
Where?
Directly to your east.
Right in front of me?
Directly to your east.
This way?
Yep.
Yeah, that's east.
I'm gonna take my Dragon's Wrath and fucking hurl that bitch straight into the woods.
I'm gonna run over once I see him draw and throw his weapon. John, secure BV.
John stands up.
Barrett,
get your ass up.
Barrett comes running out the second that he hears a shing of a sword being drawn. Barrett's already rushing out as he catches the tail end of your throw. All this happens in rapid succession as you hear a thwop. Your sword has struck something, but you can't see what it hit.
I'm gonna call it back to me, and I'm gonna look at the edge and see if it was blood.
You use your spell for not your spell, but your skill for the very first time as the blade leaves.
Let me not move first while a blade comes.
It teleports to my hand. It doesn't fly back to it.
Perfect.
It's just straight teleportation.
As the sword teleports back into your hand, you notice that there is blood.
Oh, I hit its ass.
Hold on, I gotta move my shit back.
Hey, baby.
You go into the brush
done.
to investigate
20
it,
more minutes.
and you notice that it's Czar.
Oh no!
You have pierced her shoulder with the blade. She is bleeding out.
Okay. I've got some healing stuff.
Hold on. That should be enough to close it.
As you do so, the wound closes as they teeter at the edge of consciousness. As they go,
sorry.
Fucker, I didn't expect a blade. As they pass out.
They didn't die.
Barrett
comes rushing after you. He has his right layer. He comes rushing after you. He says, "God, why are they back?"
Get her to the fire. Make sure she stays warm.
Barrett lifts her up in a gentle princess carry, despite his harsh words, as he
I wasn't expecting...
I wasn't expecting her either.
I wasn't expecting a damn human.
I'm glad we didn't kill her, though.
I'm glad it wasn't any more to the left and up.
All right, so you can see that Barrett, even though the wound is patched, he is working on stuff. John has not moved.
I felt something's presence, and I threw my dagger at it.
Yeah.
Barrett is doing simple first aid to check. As he does so, as he's wiping the blood away, the scars come off. It was makeup.
Oh, that fucking bitch.
As he clears her face, she is still an older lady in her early 40s, but the scar is gone. You guys can make medicine checks to try to bring her around.
Yeah. Somebody get some water.
That's a 12.
Vivi reaches
I don't
into
know
the
if that's
pocket
good
that did
enough.
not have the blade as he hands you his water jug, as Alyssa is also trying to make sure that the person is comfortable. John does not move. Nombriel, you do try. You can't get a feel of what's going on. Yabrana, you know exactly how to bring her around. You give her a solid wham of a smack on the cheek that had the scar. Her eyes pop open, but she doesn't fight.
Okay,
Ow.
let me go
Fuck
first.
me. As she goes to rub her
Let me
cheek.
go first. I apologize. I felt something to my left, and I just threw my dagger. I wasn't expecting a human,
You
and
kind of
I'm sorry for hitting.
Zargus, it fucking hurt. I doubled back. I was ambushed and managed to get away. I didn't know where else to go. They
That's fine.
double-crossed me. Fucking bastards.
Are you hurt anywhere else?
Yeah, fucking legs broke.
Oh shit.
Does Musk feel that?
So, it would if it were a normal injury.
Is it a magic injury?
Why don't you check?
I'll
I
do it
cast
this.
Dispel Magic.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Give
I'm
me a...
casting Dispel Magic on her.
Okay, so Dispel Magic, I put in... I know it's not technically healing magic, but that is in healing category for our game. It goes off without a hitch, as you can see the bone untwist. It was a curse. The bone...
You got fucking cursed.
Fuck. I'm not taking that fucking job again. What do you need to know? Whatever info I have is yours. No bullshit.
How many?
How many people?
They sent 2, but the 2 they sent I've dealt with before. I didn't expect them to fuck me up the way they did. I got one of them.
Did they follow you?
I don't think so.
All right.
They're after the book, but they're not after the book for the book. They're after the book for the statue. They've got...
I'm going...
Wait.
I've got...
They're after the book for the statue. What does that mean?
Whatever statue they've got for the prize, that's what the real goal is. They need it for some kind of fucking orb at their home base. I don't know. I don't know why we were constructed for...
Do you know where their home base is?
I do. I know where the sanctuary is in Nabrat. I know how to get the intel on the home base. We just gotta capture fucking as they go, and you could tell that they're in a lot of pain even after the dispel magic. Absolutely. that works. Again, healing magic I am not going to fuck with. But give me...
I just burnt all 5 of my sorcery points.
You did. But for flavor, can I get a D20?
Absolutely. There you go.
So as you cast Mass Cure Wounds, as her body fills with what could only be described as a disco ball type light, as the lights kind of rotate around. Everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
What the fuck?
And I've got 1, 2, 3 rolls on my end. We're just going to roll D20s. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 18, 4, and 9.
Brana, what was your con save?
Damn! She beat mine.
Brana and Vivi are immune. Everybody else gets up and starts to dance. Namriel, you also start to dance.
Even though I was the one that casted it, that's fucked up.
Alyssa
That's fucked up.
is doing what
geez.
we would be considered possibly the Dougie. Barrett is dropping and popping it like it's low. Namriel, how do you dance?
I don't know. That's up to you. I can't think of anything.
Then
Is Nicodemus dancing?
no, but they're doing the best impression of somebody that's holding their paws over their mouth that you've ever seen, and Vivi is laughing. John. Oh, I needed to roll one more. I forgot to roll for John. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Namriel, you do the best that you can as you attempt to pull off a single person waltz. It doesn't work. John is overcome as he begins to do the worm around everyone around the fire.
Does he at least have rhythm?
Oh, he's slamming it. But it's the worm.
Okay.
In full body armor. You're pretty sure one of the crunches might have been a piece of his armor. You're not sure. The spell...
Can I roll again to break away from this? Because I'm trying to check something.
How do I stop this?
The spell...
Can I roll again? Because I want to check something.
The spell duration is instantaneous. It lasts an action, which would be 60 seconds.
Okay,
so,
we're
Yabrana,
good.
you have just enough time to notice that everybody but Vivi has gone absolutely fucking nuts. Vivi is laughing so hard that they're having a fit of the hiccups. Nicodemus has both claws wrapped around his muzzle as it tries to hold in its squeaks, and it's not happening. At the end of 60 seconds, Czar gasps and regains consciousness, full consciousness, fully healed, as she looks around as everyone stops mid-dance. Alyssa, doing the Dougie, is stopped with her elbows out and her knees apart. Barrett is on the low end of his dropping it low as his cake of an ass is just swaying in the wind. John is mid-worm as the spell ends and he collapses face down on the dirt. Namriel, your waltz has ended with both feet wrapped around each other.
Awesome.
Oh,
Please make a dexterity save. Please make a dexterity save.
Oh yeah. Is your feet?
Okay, you know.
Oh, you're going down.
That's a 20. I'm using my DM inspiration for that.
Namriel,
It's a horrible thing to use your DM inspiration on, but it's already done.
Namriel, you land, you untangle your feet in a graceful flourish as the spell and the consequences of the spell ends.
Okay, now I want to create my dragon wings off of my back and use them to float up to try and get a better look around to make sure she wasn't followed.
Absolutely. With advantage, roll me a perception and an investigation, because I'm assuming you're going to cover a wide area. I want you to use both your sense and your sight.
Oh,
Okay, so you have absolutely
14 and 18.
So you don't sense anybody else nearby, and you don't see anybody else nearby. And in your partially shifted form, you do have the eyes of your dragon, so your is very sharp. She was not followed.
Well, that's
All
good.
right. I drop back down and hide my wings again. All right. So I just double checked the entire area. You weren't followed by anyone, so you're safe here.
Carlisle. Carlisle is this fucker's name. He's the one that hired me. I could take you right to him.
He sounds like a prick.
I am kind of hungry, so maybe.
Vivi, by the way, is still laughing as he's like he goes and he checks John, who managed to stop his worm right beside him. As he looks down and he pats John on the back because he's still face down on the dirt. As he goes, and Kobold, that was good. That was good. Can you teach me? Can you teach me? Can you teach me? That was fun. John doesn't understand a word he's saying as he takes his...
Hey, John.
What?
Vivi's asking you to teach him.
Yeah, sure, kid. Let me grab my dignity and everything else. As he goes to sit up, of course, Vivi helps him. Nicodemus has finally released his claw around his muzzle as they're just shaking their head. Vivi helps John up and starts to kind of dust him off. Alyssa also goes to help. Alyssa's bracer is on. The cover did not shift. As Zar is like, this is all I got. I didn't know where else to go. Nobody else would have fucking left me left here. I still don't understand why you let me leave here. But this is the only place that I could think of to come to hurt.
Well, you picked a good spot.
We're not gonna kill you. I'm sorry that I hit you as hard as I did with the dagger.
Yeah, that was... You kind of had us fired up because you told us that there were people coming to kill us. So.
I sensed something. I just went for it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
But,
I should have let you guys know I was coming a mile away, but I didn't. I wasn't thinking. I was in pain. Fuck
and
me.
You didn't have a way to let us know. Wow.
My voice still worked. I'm not blaming you.
But you could have alerted them. So
good job.
I'm actually kind of glad you managed to make it up here without getting detected.
They go to rub They go to rub their
God.
face and they realize their makeup is gone. Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that bastard.
Stop, Ty.
So she looks up at Barrett. Barrett looks down at her, and something's exchanged. You guys don't know what. As they cover the side of their face that the scar was supposed to be on, trying to hide their features.
Oh.
Hmm.
He knows that bitch.
Interesting. You want to say something, or should I pull Barrett aside and ask? Hello?
Okay, we'll pull him off to the side. How about you pull him off to the side and ask? I'm going to talk to Zara for a minute.
Hey, Barrett, will you come over here with me for a second?
Yeah, man.
So, that look you two gave each other, and I'm whispering right now, that look you two gave each other wasn't something of like a one, like you've only met one time. What was that about?
Barrett looks at you and he lowers his voice to a near whisper. So you have to really pay attention to what he's saying. As he goes, I can't swear it, but I could swear that I've seen her face before, but I don't remember in which context. Without the scar, it's more distinct. With the scar, I wasn't sure. But without it, I've seen her face before. But I don't think we've met.
Could it have been around the y'all's house? Like maybe your parents hired her for something before.
No, this is more like maybe a portrait or a drawing. But he looks back at her and you can see the confusion on his face. He's really trying to figure it out. So he goes, I can't place her.
Could I do a history and see if I remember anyone with a type of name like that?
Absolutely. So you read Penelope's Corner
22.
back, front, and sideways. You do have advantage checks on histories dealing with Penelope's Corner.
That's an 18.
So you know that there's only 3 ways that people get their portraits or their face in any kind of printed material. Printed material is rare.
Yeah.
All right. So one, it's a bounty. 2, they're royalty.
A bounty, royalty. What's the third?
They're famous.
Hey Barrett, the only way you were to see like a portrait or a picture of them was if they were royalty, had any sort of fame, or there's a bounty on their head. So,
All right. Well, let's see. We're going to roll a D100 and see if any of that shakes loose anything out of Barrett's memory. Nope.
no.
He is still completely clueless. All he goes is that I have seen that face before. It was younger, but I've seen that face before. It's not coming to me.
Maybe through fame?
But what kind of fame would lead somebody to become a merc?
Being really fucking good at your job comes with its perks.
But if they were famous, they wouldn't need to have a job as a merc. I don't get it. Bounty seems more likely. And we don't have any kind of royalty anymore. I mean, the old royals were in paintings.
Yeah.
But I mean, they would be long dead by now.
Unless one of them found a way for, I don't know, immortality?
Look, I know we've seen some fantastical shit just in the couple of days I've been with y'all. But I draw the line at fucking immortal royals, okay? That's fucking ridiculous. She's gotta have a bounty on her. I just can't remember. And on that note, that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Good session, everybody. Thoughts, criticism, compliments, concerns about tonight's sesh?
I had fun.
I enjoyed it. It was great.
It was very nice. It was very fun.
We got
very funny.
We had a 2-hour run, which is really nice because we don't hardly get to do 2 hours a lot.
And we didn't even leave the camp.
No, y'all didn't even.
We didn't even leave camp.
Y'all
We didn't even leave the fucking camp.
So yeah,
We went through night and then like a quarter of a day.
yeah. You guys just finished breakfast. I would say that it was getting on. Probably about 10 or 11 in the morning when you guys found Czar again and almost murder-lated her again. Poor woman, she's not had a break.
I wasn't expecting the knife to hit her. I was expecting, with my luck, it was gonna hit the fucking tree.
Yeah.
I expected to just scare the shit out of whatever was over there.
Yep. But you guys got to think now. And I'm not saying this, but you guys have got to think. Okay, you guys got a lot of fucking intel this sesh. So,
Yeah.
think it over, think long and hard. You guys now know that Nicodemus can communicate via message.
That makes communicating with him a lot easier too.
Yep.
Like
does.
if we need to ask him something, I can always just get a message going and ask him.
Yeah, Brana's got like a diehard fanboy.
Oh, yeah.
I
I love John. I might not marry John, but I love him.
Yeah, but now John has to have a real actual token, so I want to go and look for a token for John.
Well, now he can change out of his royal guard, because I assume Barrett will release him from his duties because he fucking died. And John will just be part of our ragtag team of adventurers.
That would be a good thing. Now, so you guys know that Vivi has an artifact of unfucking speakable power, which is the reason why a very small, younger kobold has managed to stay alive all this time.
Yeah.
Because
An artifact imbued with godly power like that, while magic bounces the fuck off of it, is insane.
you guys
Absolutely
also
amazing.
interrogated Czar, got some information, and you guys know exactly who you're going to, but also know that she was betrayed, and she's got a secret that Barrett knows but can't remember.
Speaking of,
Good moron.
should we go ahead and go take care of that dude, or should we wait until after the competition and then wipe his ass? Because they have an orb, and we're looking for a thief.
I think we should wait until after the competition.
So get through the competition. If any more surprises pop up, deal with them.
Yeah, just deal with it as it comes. Everybody's just gonna have to be on their guard. Frank's a fucking champ for sleeping through all of that. Fuck you, Frank. He was on watch all night, so
Yeah. The
All
fact that he slept through a knife getting flung
Well, you guys know
and
that
hitting someone,
John-
and then Barrett running out.
John was no questions asked. He got right in front of Vivi. You're right. Frank did sleep through it, but Barrett was coming out of the tent when he heard the sword being released.
that makes me feel like maybe we need to keep an eye on Frank.
Yeah. Barrett heard, and his ass came running.
He did. And that's where we're going to stop. Good night. Say good night, everybody. Thank you, Scoopers and GK, for coming and listening to us and chatting and asking for stuff. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys not next Sunday. I am actually going to be out of town doing a favor for a friend. But the following Sunday, we will pick up where we left off. That also means that RimWorld content Thursday and Saturday will probably not happen unless the place where I'm going has really good internet. Good night, guys.
Night.